Welcome one and all to this 56th episode of D&D with me, Mike, and me alone, I'm afraid. What happened is we forgot to unmute our microphone, so I'm afraid it's only me this time, and I'm going to be narrating what happens in this video for you. So today we're going to work on the enemy with the spikes. The first step is constructing a spawner for it, just as the spawner that we have for the bomb. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go in Magica Voxel and we're going to model it. It would probably make sense to begin by opening one of the previous projects that we've got, probably the bomb spawner. That would be a good idea. So we're going to do that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to remove everything we've got here, and we are then going to construct our little spawner, which will look like a manhole sort of thing. I think that's simple enough. We might as well do it. Because the enemy class needs to spawn the guard and make it sort of rise up, grow, right? We're gonna leave that in just like everything else. We could just make it up here too, but whatever. So one problem that we have is that we're going to have to correct the fact that we don't just have we need an even number, and making circles like this will produce an odd number every time because we have an even limit. And so, well, I mean, I may be getting them backwards, but the point is you're going to get a larger amount of space on one edge. And here I'm trying to correct it, not very effectively. I didn't think of a better way to do it, meaning I start from the edge and then I proceed inward. I need to extend all of the edges by the equivalent of one voxel, and then I need to do it the same way going down as well. And that's what will happen now in the video. And now I need to do the same with the top circle. So I'm going to proceed with exactly the same technique. Except, no, I'm a bit foolish. Maybe I'm doing it from there. Yeah, no, I'm breaking it. And I'm probably, I don't know, there you go, yeah. I'm undoing. because it's too risky to do it that way. It's much better to do it from the bottom. It's visually much easier to follow. And there we go. Time to import it into Blender now. Oh, we can't find it. It's in another folder. Usual thing of Magic Voxel. So we're importing into Blender. We're gonna have to do a few things. We're going to have to resize the entire thing, dividing it by 40, not 64, because 40 was our original plot. We'll correct that in a minute. And then what we need to do is we need to remove doubles and limited dissolve it. We're also going to remove crazy and gons, and we're simply going to replace them with concentric triangles. You do that by extruding each vertex on the edge that you want to turn into a face, and then you press WMC on the old version of Blender. On the new version of Blender, maybe a little different, to collapse all of those vertices into the center, which creates all of those triangular faces. And finally, we decide to have two materials for this thing, one for the top cover and one for the bottom part. Okay, time to go to Unity and deal with a prefab. We are going to construct a prefab from the previous bomb spawner. Makes perfect sense. We just need to replace the materials, replace the object, well, the mesh, and what we're also going to have to do is obviously create a new spawner class specifically designed for our spiked guards. Time to start looking at the code. Oh, I just noticed that the growth speed is 0.5. It's interesting that it's a speed and not a duration. I think I would prefer a duration, but never mind. And yeah, 0.5, I think it's a little slow. We're going to turn it into 1 and then create a new class. Here we're studying the behavior of the previous class to make sure we understand how it works and how everything intertwines. We had a train of thought, obviously, during the video. I'm not sure I can recreate that, but unfortunately it is what it is, and this is the best we can do for this video. One thing we have to do is get rid of all of the modifications we've done to the enemy class in order to make it work so that we can spawn an enemy directly without a spawner. Because we're now resorting to go into a spawner, it doesn't make any sense to have this information here, so we're getting rid of it. Alright, moment of truth. Time to finally see if we can at least spawn the thing correctly. Now we decided to put it all the way to the other side of the level, so there's a bit of walking to do every time. We walk, and it's not there. Oh well. What happens? Yeah, it's literally not there. Nothing's there. Let's go check that the colors on the map are correct, and we'll see what we can find. So it definitely looks like we have orange there, so that seems to be right. That's a bit strange. Let's open the GIMP file just in case. And let's activate the grid. Take a look. What do we have here? Yeah, so it is orange. Let's see. What we're going to do is we're gonna find where we set up the entity. So it does look correct. We should probably debug log what entity we're setting up. We kind of need the color too. Because I have a suspicion, I think the color may be wrong. Okay, well let's let's debug log the entity tile first. Alright, so let's see if we're getting these correctly. Looks that way. Let's clear them. Let's go to the other side, and now we should get the 3 that we want. Where is it? Oh, it's not there. Interesting. We need to go deeper. We need to find whatever's going on. Yeah, my suspicion is it's something with the color. So, okay, here's where we check if the color exists. Let's look, let's hit an else here and check if the color does not exist. Well, rather, what color does not exist. That should help. Alright, let's test again. Clear it. Let's go up. Pause. Huh. There it is. See that number over there? Yeah, well, that one is not exactly half, is it? So we've got that problem with multiples. Not too surprising. So, yeah, the orange color there is going to be a different value to that. So let's pick it up. Whoop, on the right layer. Let's pick it up and let's see what we could do with this. Yeah, so we should find an integer that is easily divisible. It's divisible by 3 and 5, I think 255. Yeah. So perhaps we could divide it by 15. Let's do this in the calculator. Okay, so 17. Whoops. So 17 divided. We're looking for both a percentage that's got an easy number to deal with and an integer. So 17. Yeah, so that divided by 17 is 15. Well, that's obvious. Anyway, I'm struggling with my math now. It's a bit sad. Right, so 15 divided by 255. Oh, that's an ugly number, isn't it? It's like 6% or something, but we can't really approximate. That's the issue. So how about 10% of 255? That's 25.5. That's also not good. It's actually a little bit embarrassing that I came to it took me this long to get to a solution, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the ugly number. That's a third, not particularly useful. Wait, but I can definitely divide it by 51. That should give me 20%. I like that. That's good. Yeah, 20%. This is all right. So we could use, say, 3 times 20%, so 60%. So that should be 153. And now we can color that, and let's save and export. And we can then make sure that the colors are exactly right on the other side. So yeah, on world, there's the color. And let's change that to 153, same thing. And that should do. Let's test it. Okay, go north and boink. We've got a null ref. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, by the enemies there, we can remove this debug. And we need to check what's going on here. We can get rid of this debug too. We now know it works. Okay, why am I going to Magic Voxel? I think I'm just sort of thinking. Right, back to Unity. And there's this debug as well that can go for now. We've got all of the information we needed from it. Alright, give it a good save. And now we're simply, yeah, okay, so this is all of the log. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. I can't reconstruct my thoughts from the time I'm not really sure what I'm thinking. I think I'm looking into figuring out why it is that those null refs are happening. That would be my bet. I'm checking that right, that the parent transformer exists, which it does. Transform, not transformer. Oh right, because the second error is saying something very peculiar that I haven't seen before. The problem is I'm actually referencing the prefab as opposed to the actual transform. So that's interesting. So we're going to drag the transform there, and this should be correct. We're also going to drag the correct prefab there. Right, the problem is we moved the prefab to the wrong field. Alright, so this should really help fixing these errors. Good, good. Time to test. Let's see what we get. Okay, and there's the guard, and it's standing. Everything is good. The spawner's there too. That's good as well. Huh. Just noticed. I didn't notice this during the show, but I just noticed that the spawner's too large. That's surprising. Maybe we should have divided it by 64 after all. Oh well. Anyway, so let's find out. Oh, okay, well that's easy. We're just missing an audio source. That's the problem on our prefab. So that should be a fairly easy fix. Let's go ahead and sort that out. Open the prefab. Copy the AS from the bomb prefab and put it in there. I don't know if we're actually going to need it at all. There's going to be a bit of this problem. Our generic enemy class is not too clever, but that's okay. Simplicity has value. There we go. It's growing. No errors of any kind, and he's steering in the wrong direction, which is fine. We'll fix that in a moment. So I wonder what happens if I kick him in the bum. Oh, I can push him. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's not good. Yeah, well, we need to change its rigid body properties for sure. Yeah. There's a few ways we can go about this. I think probably the best would be to just freeze everything in this particular occasion, because this is an enemy that will not move. Even when we animate him, we're going to move the transform, not the rigid body. There we go. Okay, so we can set those three on. Obviously it's going to have to be on the prefab, but it's just a test for now. Let's see. We also have a huge vision cone. We're gonna have to worry about that in a moment. There you go. There you go. That's good. Oh, I can pass through. I can kill him apparently if I kick, which is a problem. But we'll worry about that later. And now let's go back. Let's see if he's gonna spike me. He isn't. Huh. Okay. So first thing, let's fix that rigid body in the prefab. So that's done. Now, let's see. No. Okay, yeah, I want to change the scale of the collider in the back so it makes it a lot harder to sort of go through it and be stuck between the two. This should be pretty good. Okay. That's all good. So one thing we need to change is the view distance, like how far we can see with our cone. Okay, let's click on it. All right, that's not bad, but it's not close enough. I think it's a little bit far. So we're gonna make it smaller. Let's see what it affects. Yeah, it affects the scale. It's as simple as that. So let's try 1. It's a little on the small side. Let's go a little bit higher. Maybe 1.1 or 1.2. Yeah, 1.2 seems pretty good. Let's go back to the prefab, make a change there. All right, 1.2, we're good. Let's quickly check that we're happy with that. It should be, but let's maximize it as well. Oh, let me check real quick, by the way, that the spawning 1 second works. And it does work, okay. That's good, that feels pretty fast, I like that. Changes the game a little bit, but that's okay. Right, I was supposed to test the vision cone, I just forgot. Oh well. Pause, click it, there it is. Yeah, it looks like it reaches the edges of the spikes. This looks pretty good to me. Not bad. So I think one problem we still have is that we can kick him in the bum and kill him. But I think we're going to solve that later. For now, let's just check if we can get spiked, and the answer is no. Alright. Well, at least he's acting as a proper barrier though now, so that's good. Alright. What are we going to do here? Let's minimize these things, and then we're gonna have to figure out how to fix the problem with the spikes, and we don't know much about that, so the previous step will probably be debug logging some stuff. That may be a thing. Alright, so let's begin looking here in the enemy shield. It's got the spike travel. Everything seems to be making sense in this area. Let's look for start spike travel. We also have the problem that they start already out, so that's something that needs to be fixed. Wait for a second. Yeah, let's begin fixing that. So let's see. This is the aggression. That makes sense for start spike travel. Well, one thing we should do. Actually, wait. So maybe set up enemy. Okay, there it is. Setup. Let's go there. Oh, we are missing a category for us. That's for the awareness module. So let's add our enemy shield, and the only thing we will need is just to assign the enemy owner. So we're just gonna copy it from the BOM. There we go. That's something. Do we need to deal with the render area? I don't think there should ever be a render area, frankly, for this. So yeah, we're gonna say false. That's it. All right. Now let's test real quick, see what happens. Let's grab a bomb. Nice shot. That's kind of the way we want to deal with them when we don't have any other thing and they're facing us. So that's gonna be a good tutorial. Okay, let's approach. Whoa, nothing. Okay, still nothing, and no error. Because that should have worked now. Awaken. Oh, on trigger stay. Oh, there it is, right? So if we're not aggressive, we go aggressive. Fair enough. Awaken. Let's just debug log if this happens, right? Enemy type or whatever. Enemy owner. Yeah, that makes sense. Not sure why we put the squigglies there. So let's play and let's see what we get here. So we're getting null and a bunch of things, whatever. Oh, I forgot to reset and I forgot to minimize. There's a bunch of things I forgot. Okay. Anyway, let's clear the thing and off we go. Null. Ah, there is no enemy owner. There is no enemy owner. That's really interesting. Must mean that we're not setting it up right or something. That seems to me to be the only possibility. Set up. What's wrong? Set up enemy. Oh, wait. Huh? No, that's not right. This is what we used as a hack earlier to spawn the enemy directly. Now we're spawning the enemy spawner, which is already covered. This doesn't make any sense. This has to go. Yeah, so we're gonna remove this code completely. This is old. There's only one more setup enemy in spawn routine, which makes perfect sense. Yep. That code's gotta go. Let's look for it again. There it is. Clear. Boom. Save. Okay, so that's something. Now it doesn't solve anything because we still have the problem that it's not really spawning. Start spawn routine, setup enemy. There it is. I mean, it should do it. Whoops, didn't mean to delete that. It should do it. What the heck? Enemy shield. Let's debug log something here when we set up the enemy. Just anything, it's fine. Whatever. Here, there, here. Okay, save, and let's test it out now. My expectation is we're not actually going to see that debug log at all. Well, actually, no, I expect to see it. Oh, except we don't see it here. It doesn't appear at all. Do we not have an end? What? What have we done wrong? This seems like it's going to be something very silly. Let's just quickly check if we reached here and everything's fine in the bomb. We're gonna call it bomb. There you go, and let's rename the other one to shield. Yeah, this is a word we like to misspell. Alright, and now let's stop the code and try again. Let's see if we're getting bomb, 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 and nothing else. So let's clear it, go to the other side. There we go. And we're getting bomb and then null. And you see there's 4 bombs, and that's good. But we are not getting the shield. Okay, something's got to be wrong somewhere else, I think. Not sure. Let's move that over there just so we have it more handy. It instantiates the thing, which I know is happening. It is placing the right name. It is setting up the enemy. It's getting here. Yeah, it's getting interactive entity. Maybe we should look there. Wait a second. Let's open the prefab real quick. Ah. It said to player and not enemy shield. Now that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Oh boy. Okay. Okay. We can test now. Should work. Stuff should happen. Everything should be beautiful. We still have all these debug logs, which I'm sure by now are necessary, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just go on the other side. Oh, I forgot to clear it. Never mind. Go to the previous side, clear it, go to the other side. And oi, hello, we got an error. We got an error, but we do get the shield. Okay, so finally we get all the way here. We can now delete these 2 debug logs, they're gone. Oh, list of spikes. Oh, that must mean that the spike container is not assigned. That's, I think, the only possible option there. Let's go take a look at the prefab. And oh yeah, nothing is assigned there. Rubbish. Okay, so let's assign the spike container. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we need to assign all of these things. Oh, hello, we're also missing the curves. That's not good. Okay, so we want a curve when the thing comes out real quick and then slows down. That's for the spikes, and then they just retract more elegantly. I think that should be okay. Alright, so this should help for sure. Let's test. I forgot to remove these debug logs. Let's do it right now. Alright, didn't save this. Save everything. Okay. Let's see. Okay, no debug logs. That's good. No crashes. The guy spawned. Perfect. Okay. I think all of this is working. Now we're gonna go verify if the spikes are hurting us. Oh, I missed. Oh, never mind then. I'm just gonna kick him in the bum. Which I know is wrong, but whatever. Okay, let's get through. Let's go to the other side. Oh! There we go. The spikes are working. If I stay close enough. Oh! The pain. So I don't really like how they go away. But it does make sense. And there's a pretty long pause to allow the player to leave. Alright, some progress. We need to work on the spikes not being there immediately. That's something that needs to be done. one thing we should do is fix that curve real quick. So I don't like how it retracts right away. I want it to sort of stay in that position and then come back. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a suitable curve. This one should do. Delete that. We don't need that. But that one will move all the way to 50%. So, you know, for half of the travel, it's going to be still, and then it's going to come back. So that should help. Yeah, one more thing we need to do as well is we need to sort out the orientation of our guy. So let's go to the... so let's change the color here. We're going to go to pure red. We're going to use the red channel to rotate. So we need half, I believe. So let's go to 128. It's not perfect half, but it's close enough, right? So it's going to rotate all the way. That should do. So all we need to do is export these, save these. I clicked save as by mistake. So let's go with save and then export, and we're gonna go to entity info. Boom. Export. And now we should be able to test real quick, and we should get a different behavior for the spikes and the correct orientation. And there he is. He's oriented the right way, facing south. That's good. The spikes are still out. That's next. All right. Ow. Yeah. Ow. That's good. Oh. Yeah, so all of this is working. Cool. Alright. One thing we need to do then is reset the spikes, so we should have... that's interesting. So from everything I see here, everything makes sense, but I don't think there's ever a place where we are actually sort of putting the spikes back away. I would have thought that we'd have thought of this in advance, but apparently we haven't. So let's just create a small method to reset the spikes. And at this point of the episode, I'm getting Zoe more involved, and I'm asking her to write the entire method. So that takes a little longer. She makes several mistakes along the way, which is normal. But yeah, she does know she needs to go to the spikes, to the list of spikes, so that's good. But I inquire as to how she's going to deal with each of the spikes, so I give a few hints that a for loop is going to be required. She eventually answers correctly, and we'll start typing the for loop. Then there's also this problem of sort of inheritance and mental categorization that Zoe is a little young to deal with, but the deal is she needs to drill through the transform, then the local scale, then set the local scale, etc. All of these concepts we're discussing at this point until she gets to the right point, the right place, and she types it out. So the deal is make a for loop, go through all of the spikes, take each spike and change its local scale to vector 3101, right? Because the y-axis is what we're actually moving about. So that's what you'll see shortly in the video. And at this point, a member of our audience tells us, "Hey, are you doing no audio, a no audio session this time?" And we facepalm, and we realize that it's muted. And from here on, we speak. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I've been muted since the beginning.
Just lost the whole video.
That's right. I'm gonna have to dub the video.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna have to re-record my voice on the video.
Oh.
I love extra work. Well, Fridge. I've made the mistake. I'm gonna have to live with it. Hello, Tim. I've just realized that I've done 56 minutes of video without audio. Thanks to Nimai. That means we're gonna have to redo all of this bit. I mean, we're not gonna have to redo it. I'm going to have to dub it.
Well, won't you need my voice for that?
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna dub it. I'm gonna sort of narrate it. I'm gonna go, we discovered this, we discovered that, blah, 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 blah. This is some fun. It is great fun, Tim. It is great fun. I do love it when I get it this wrong. Okay, well, there's nothing we can do. Pointless to cry over
spilled milk.
Spilt milk?
Spilled.
Spilt.
Spilled. I don't know.
I do British English, lady.
Oh.
Yes, with one exception. I don't like the word centre.
Oh.
With a with a TRE. It bothers me. Centra. I don't like it. And also,
I think Centra is here.
Centra. Yeah, Canadians also you say Centra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they came from the British and the French, but never mind.
So did the Americans, but don't tell them.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't like to know. Anyway, all of this will be cut. Let's resume the program and finish for tonight. Okay, so now we can call reset spikes. You can call it right here. Okie doke. So reset spikes. Now this should put the spikes right back in, and we should be all right. And this will be the last thing we do today. So back to here. Let's just go and test it. Then next time we're going to finalize the enemy by making it so that you can't kill him. Well, I don't know finalize because we need to do animations and all sorts of things. So there you go. See, no spikes. That's what you've just done. Oh, I've been hit by them spikes. Don't hit me. Ah, that's evil.
If you stand in front of me, I'll hit you.
Zing. Okay, so let's just get the sound in. We're gonna get the sound. So when the enemy should receive aggressive, blah blah blah. Aggressive, interact object on collision enter, that's not it. Take damage, that's not it. Interaction routine, that's not it. Start aggression routine, that's the one. And you see the bomb audio manager request bomb warning. Copy all of this.
Oops.
Well done. Oh, that's going better and better by the minute. Copy. Thanks. Oh, I like it when you hold control for no reason.
Sorry.
It's alright. I'm giving you a hard time, lady. Okay, paste it here. And this one is going to be, what, spike something? Spikes up. Save.
Shing.
Should be that.
Shing. Actually, shang.
Is that how it sounds?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you say. Hello, Mr. Bomb.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's happened twice.
Oh.
It's a bit slow.
Oh.
He yells, oh.
Yeah, it sounds late though. That's the problem. So let's take a look at those sounds. Enemies? Nope. Explosion, footsteps, jingles, puzzles, spikes. So that's the one, and it's slow to start. Darn it. I think we're gonna have to find a different sound for this. Alright, we'll do it next time, whatever. For now, it's fine as it is. Thanks very much for watching, YouTube crowd. We will see you again next time, and sorry about the audio today. We made a mistake. Bye.
Bye.